Hey friends, welcome back to the channel with more RWBY. This is volume 2, chapter 10, Mountain Glen. And last time we got to see Oobleck, Dr. Oobleck, kind of ask our characters, the Team RWBY, why exactly they're trying to be huntresses, that we didn't get to hear why RWBY did. I'm interested about that, and hopefully they find what they're looking for this time. Let's check it out.
There's a point where it tips, there's a point where it breaks, there's a point where it bends, and a point we just can't take
anymore.
There's a line that will cross and there's no return. There's a time and a place, no bridges left to burn
Anymore. That's all the words I know. Alright. Let's get into it. No water.
Trouble sleeping?
Arm was acting up.
Of course. So logically, you got out of bed, dressed yourself completely, and decided to gaze menacingly out into the distance. What's wrong?
I've trusted him for years. We both have. I can't help but feel like he's keeping us in the dark.
Don't be ridiculous. You know very well that we are not the ones in the dark.
That makes it worse. I refuse to believe that a man I've trusted for so long would act so passively.
You're a good person, James. You've always done what you think is best for the people, even against strong protest. It's admirable. But it's high time you stopped talking about trust and started showing it. Ozpin has experience that the rest of us lack, and I think that's something worth remembering.
Looking right down the steel sights. First watch.
Blake, are you awake?
Yeah.
Why do you think he asked us about being a huntress? Like, what was he trying to say?
Maybe he was just curious.
You think?
No.
Weiss, are you awake?
Of course I'm awake. You two are talking. And I think when I said I wanted to honor my family's name, I meant it. But it's not what you think. I'm not stupid. I'm fully aware of what my father has done with the Schnee Dust Company. Since he took control, our business has operated in a moral gray area.
That's putting it lightly.
Which is why I feel the need to make things right. If I had taken a job in Atlas, it wouldn't have changed anything. My father was not the start of our name, and I refuse to let him be the end of it.
All my life, I fought for what I thought was right. I had a partner named Adam. More of a mentor, actually. He always assured me that what we were doing would make the world a better place. But of course, his idea of a perfect future turned out to be not perfect for everyone. I joined the academy because I knew huntsmen and huntresses were regarded as the most noble warriors in the world, always fighting for good. But I never really thought past that. When I leave the academy, how can I undo so many years of hate?
I'm sure you'll figure it out. You're not one to back down from a challenge, Blake.
But I am. I do it all the time. When you learned I was a faunus, I didn't know what to do, so I ran. When I realized my oldest partner had become a monster, I ran. Even my semblance. I was born with the ability to leave behind a shadow of myself. An empty copy that takes the
What?
hit while I run away.
Oh, wow.
At least you two have something that drives you. I've just kind of always gone with the flow, you know? And that's fine. I mean, that's who I am. But how long can I really do that for? I want to be a huntress, not really because I want to be a hero, but because I want the adventure. I want a life where I won't know what tomorrow will bring, and that'll be a good thing. Being a huntress just happens to line up with that.
Did Ruby fall
Not
asleep?
like Ruby. She's always wanted to be a huntress. It's like she said, ever since she was a kid, she dreamt about being the heroes in the books, helping people and saving the day, and never asking for anything else in return. Even when she couldn't fight, she knew that's what she wanted to do. That's why she trained so hard to get where she is today.
Well, she's still just a kid.
She's only 2 years younger. We're all kids.
Well, not anymore. I mean, look where we are. In the middle of a war zone and armed to the teeth.
It's the life we chose.
It's a job. We all had this romanticized vision of being a huntress in our heads. But at the end of the day, it's a job to protect the people. And whatever we want will have to come second.
He wanted them to reflect. She's supposed to be keeping watch. Everybody else was awake. Including the dog.
Huh?
Huh?
That's why it's late. Go back to bed.
Uh-oh. Dogs
Zwei!
can sense things. Animals can sense things before humans do.
Zwei, where are you? Zwei!
Aww.
Huh? Zwei, this is a wasteland. You literally could have done that anywhere.
Shh, 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 shh. Keep quiet. Swine.
What? I thought I heard a Beowulf or something.
Beowulf.
Let's just finish our patrol and get back to base.
Woof! Good dog, staying silent. What the heck?
Did they go in yet? One bark means yes. Oh, this is it.
Good dog.
This is it. Oh man. Come on, we gotta get the others.
They found you though,
Huh?
right? Or sinkhole. Oh. Go back, go back. Bring the others. Ow. And she's without her weapon.
Freeze!
Crap.
Where does she come from?
I fell. Oh.
You're a long way from home, little girl.
Steal their guns. Do you have a backup weapon of any kind?
Hey, hands off!
The boss is gonna want to see this one.
Not good without her weapon, eh? She didn't notice. Ruby's gone.
Hey, Weiss. It's your... Ruby? Hey, where's Ruby?
What?
Zwei?
Go, go, go.
What's going on?
Grab your weapons. Your leader may be in trouble.
Gotta get better at fighting with out your weapon.
What are you trying to do? Blow us to the moon? Sorry, sir.
Hey, boss! Found something you might want to see.
Is it good or bad, Perry? Because, let me tell you, I have had a day.
It's a little girl?
That would be bad.
Ruby's scythe!
Oh no.
Do you think she fell?
Val!
Down there.
Feral.
Oh my. Of course. Of course, of course, of course!
What is it?
How could I be so stupid?
Dr. Oobleck, what's wrong?
Mountain Glen! Yes, an expansion of Vale that was inevitably destroyed by creatures of Grimm, previously home to thousands of people, working people commuting to the city, the main city, developed a subway system to the inner city. Grimm's attacks increase, population in danger, now desperately searching for shelter. City evacuates into metro tunnels, and what do they find? The southeast quadrant of Vale
Explain
is
to the
known for
dog.
wild forests and deep caves.
Doc, what are you saying?
My dear, we're not just looking for an underground crime network. We're looking for an underground crime network!
They've been working in caves?
No, Mountain Glen was Vale's first serious attempt at expansion. It worked for a short period of time, thanks to aggressive perimeter defense and unique transportation. The city developed an elaborate subway system to carry citizens safely from the new territory into the main kingdom. Sadly, without the many natural barriers Vale had to protect its borders, Mountain Glen was doomed from the start.
Mountain Glen.
As the end drew near, the citizens of the territory made one last attempt at survival. They took up shelter beneath the city, in massive caves that they had cleared out for the subway, and they had cut themselves off from the surface.
An underground village?
In a matter of speaking, yes. A safe haven. Until an explosion opened the mouth of another cavern, filled with subterranean Grimm.
Ooh.
After that, the kingdom officially sealed off the tunnels, creating the world's largest tomb. If Ruby is down there, we must find her.
We're actually gonna see him in action? Wait, is that the end of the chapter? No! Oh, we have fan art of this guy. And his henchman. Good job, Dane. A shorter chapter. Pretty short chapter. It's like 12 minutes or 11 minutes if you don't include the ending and the beginning. We have a little conversation here about whether the dean... the dean has more experience and she's asking him to trust the dean. We'll see how that works out. I gotta learn their names a little bit better, but I'm afraid to like check the Wikipedia page. Dang it. I guess I'll rewatch some of them. That's so much work though. Alright. I'd rather just move on and watch more. Okay, Ruby was supposed to be watching, but they were just like all talking. I think she might have been in... I think Ruby fell asleep. In the meantime, he was staying awake because he wanted to hear what each of the girls were saying about why they become huntress. Why they wanted to become huntresses. And yeah, I actually really appreciate this moment. He made them think and about who they are and who they want to be. So yeah, good job. Blake, they all have their reasons for being huntresses, but they're all facing different challenges, different parts of themselves that they aren't completely sure about. I guess the reason why Oobleck didn't ask Ruby was because Ruby was so sure that all she ever wanted to do was help people and be the hero. Though I think there's probably more that you can examine there, right? Weiss says that her father's way of running the company is basically destroying the Schnee name, and she wants to do things differently. She wanted to be a huntress to, I guess, rehabilitate their name after her father's gone. Anyway. And Blake feels like she feels like the Huntress job is the best way to go forward in life and be a good person, fight for justice, because what she was doing with Adam went too far, and that feels like a big future confrontation where she's talking about how she's always running away. Feels like she's gonna have to fight at some point. She says her semblance is creating a shadow, a copy, so that it can take the hit and she can run away, but I don't know. I'm wondering if these semblances can evolve or at least be used in different ways. Maybe she can use it to draw enemy attack and sneak up behind them, or just, I don't know, something else, some other way of attacking instead of running away. It feels like something we'll see again, and it'll be a big character moment. Yang, meanwhile, she's just going with the flow all the time, and yeah, quite different from her sister, who's supposed to be keeping watch but is totally asleep. Yeah, I guess Yang needs to find out more what she wants, do some introspection as well, find out what she wants, and yeah, find a real reason for why she's doing this, other than, I don't know. I mean, adventure is a good idea, but this is a job. It feels like for other people it might be a calling, and for her it's just a way to pass the time. I don't know. For this, I mean, for life, in real life, I think that can be admirable as well, finding a way to chase adventure and find joy in your work as well. But for the sake of this story, this fictional story, I think we'll see something bigger in the future. Zoe is so cute. Time to go pee outside. The whole place is ruins. Why did you have to go outside to pee? You could have gone anywhere. And she falls in this gigantic hole, this subterranean village. So apparently they went there to hide from Grimm, but then a tunnel collapsed or something, and subterranean Grimm came and wiped them out. And the world closed. And she threw it. She threw him. I was like, if you're that strong that you can throw him that far, you should be able to do a pull-up, but the whole thing collapsed. Good dog. Go finding... The dog is so good. It was quiet when there were enemies around, barked when they went inside for RWBY. But RWBY is caught, and she is kind of useless with her weapon, apparently. Regular goons take her out with a punch. She's gonna have to... I feel like... Yeah, she might be the... I don't know. I mean, obviously with Yang, she has her fists, so even without weapons, she could be fine in this situation. I don't know about Weiss and Blake, but yeah, I mean, she is 2 years younger, so supposedly, or theoretically, the other two would be better in a fight, barehanded. Oobleck is so extra. He's just so loud all the time. But yeah, he explains this whole thing, and he explains it. He gets on the ground and explains it to the dog, which, I mean, fair. He just licks him. Which fair. I mean, the dog can understand human language apparently, since RWBY told him to bark once when they went inside. But yeah, we're gonna actually see him in action because yeah, RWBY is in danger, and yeah, it'll be fun. Anyway, short episode. Looking forward to more, and I'll see you guys soon. Leave a like, really helps the channel, and we are 1 week ahead over on Patreon in the link in the description below. Bye, friends.